close, the White House sent a list of immigration policy demands to Congress that President Trump says must be included in legislation addressing Dreamers. Video provided by Newsema's Look Washington. The White House sent a long list of demands for immigration legislation to Capitol Hill on Sunday, including building a border wall, hiring thousands of border guards, and expanding the use of electronic employment verification systems. President Trump said his list of proposals must be included as part of any legislation addressing the status of immigrants who came to the United States illegally as children and whose deportations were deferred by the Obama administration. Without these reforms, illegal immigration and chain migration, which severely and unfairly burden American workers and taxpayers, will continue without end, Trump said in a letter to lawmakers. The proposal represented a return to the hardline stance on immigration that Trump championed during last year's presidential campaign, seemingly pulling back the olive branch he extended to Democratic leaders just 3 weeks ago. Then, Trump suggested he would be willing to extend legal protection to Dreamers first, and the wall will come later. More deal, no deal, back to deal, Trump says, fairly close to agreement with Congress protecting Dreamers. Indeed, Democratic leaders rejected the demand Sunday, saying it shows the administration can't be serious about compromise. We told the president at our meeting that we were open to reasonable border security measures alongside the DREAM Act, but this list goes so far beyond what is reasonable, said a joint statement. Representative Nancy Pelosi and Senator Chuck Schumer, the House and Senate minority leaders. The list includes the wall, which was explicitly ruled out of the negotiations. If the president was serious about protecting the Dreamers, his staff has not made a good faith effort to do so, they said. The DREAM Act would give permanent legal status and a path to citizenship for people who arrived in the United States illegally as children. Trump reignited the debate over Dreamers last month when he rescinded the Avamera program known as Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, or DACA, which used executive action to give them quasi-legal status. DACA recipients who had renewed their status by last week would get a 6-month grace period before deportation in order to give Congress time to work out a permanent fix. More tens of thousands of immigrants may miss deadline for extending DACA protections. The White House plan contains 18 specific policy areas that Trump would like to see in a bill, but childhood arrivals were not spelled out as one of them. We're asking that these reforms be included in any legislation concerning the status of DACA recipients, said White House Legislative Director Mark Short, noting that some immigrants remaining in the United States under DACA are now as old as 36. Instead, the White House list includes long-standing demands of the Republican Party's immigration hardliners, including expediting removals of unaccompanied children arriving at the border, tightening standards for people allowed to seek asylum in the U.S., barring immigrants who have been convicted of a range of crimes, including drunk driving, and barring federal grants to so-called sanctuary cities that do not turn over illegal immigrants to federal authorities. Speaking to reporters in a conference call Sunday night, Trump administration officials insisted that the proposals came from officials at immigration enforcement agencies. "My experience tells me we will not stop illegal immigration unless we end the pull factors that drive it," said Tom Homan, the acting director of U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement. "If there are no consequences for entering the country illegally or overstaying a visa," he said, "then there is no integrity in the system." The Wall. A USA Today Network special report. More tens of thousands of immigrants may miss deadline for extending DACA protections. More Republican Senator Chuck Grassley. Border enforcement must be enhanced, but I don't mean a wall. More Trump. Top Dems discuss future of DACA. Here's what New Jersey Dreamers have to say. Read or share this story. Tpsusit.ly.